government has strictly limited the sale of firearm silencers for as long as big screen gangsters have used them to discreetly shoot enemies. But now the gun industry is hoping to make them easier to buy, and a key backer is Donald Trump Jr. It's called the Hearing Protection Act. More than 80 congressmen have supported the bill that would eliminate a $200 tax enforced on gun silencers. The bill has significant support in Texas, one of those House Representative Gene Green. The legislation stalled in Congress last year, but there's a new push now that the elder Trump is moving into the White House. The bill is positioned not as a Second Amendment issue, but as a public health effort to protect the eardrums of the nation's 55 million gun owners. Is that good enough to get it passed? Gun silencers are our topic this half hour. We always like to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page and Twitter. Just use the hashtag Fox26 Roundup or tweet me at Sally Mack, Fox26. Joining us live in the newsroom, our senior legal analyst Chris Tritico and Republican strategist and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. All right, guys, is this a public health issue, or would this put these in bad guys' hands?
Well, first, I agree. This is not a Second Amendment issue. It has nothing to do with the Second Amendment, and so we'll talk about the health impact of this. Every time I go to a shooting range, when I took my concealed safety, my concealed handgun class, they told me to buy ear protection, and that's much cheaper than buying a silencer for your weapon. And ear protection does not allow anyone to go in and shoot people with a silencer on their weapon. And so I'm not sure, Jackie Bally, what the possible motivation would be to do this. It does put these things in the hands of people who don't need them.
Well, there's no evidence medically saying that if silencers are used, that it will actually help or benefit your hearing. So there's no evidence that based on a medical procedure that this is something that they need to do. However, a lot of the critics are saying that this would put the silencers in the hands of criminals. Let's look at Chicago, where you have 762 homicides from last year. Not one case was a silencer.
They didn't seem to care.
They had over they had over 14,000 shootings in that city. Not one single silencer was used. So in other words, the same debate and argument that you see with people getting guns legally will be the same debate and argument for silencers. Criminals are not really concerned about getting a silencer. And so the only thing that we're really looking at is the $200 fee that's imposed by people getting a silencer. But by saying that this is going to put it in the hands of criminals, that's not a good argument either.
Oh, this is really just a financial thing, a financial boon for the gun industry, another one, isn't it?
Right. It's just a way to save money for those people who do want to purchase a silencer. And also, you still go through the same background check that you would if you were to get a gun. So there aren't any kind of loopholes that they would be skipping.
Let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, a lot of you up early weighing in with us on Chris Tritico's Facebook page, so we're going to pull that up and go to a couple comments from his page. Thanks, Chris, for posting. Christopher Matthews, good morning to you. He says silencers improve accuracy and increase muzzle velocity, albeit minimally. It will reduce noise pollution from ranges and while hunting. Just like a car, reducing noise, never a bad thing. He says he's a Class 3 manufacturer and paying a $200 tax to own a muffler is ridiculous. Also adds Trump isn't pushing the agenda. He had agreed to sign it, though. A couple people on here saying they're not for it. I think they used some bad language, so we're not going to show you those comments. But Christopher Matthews also weighing in, saying, I have 5 suppressors, haven't killed anyone. I have paid $1,000 in taxes, though. Why? So, hey, not surprising, in Texas, you're going to find people who are in support of this, for sure.
That's right. And there was one who used some bad language, unfortunately, who said that I was a police officer for years, and there's absolutely no basis for putting these things on the street. And so there was a raging debate on my Facebook page, as generally happens on my Facebook page, about this issue of between police officers, quite frankly, and on both sides, saying there's just no basis to put these things on the street.
Well, there's actually no statistic that say if they were to go on, if we were to reduce the $200 fee or eliminate the $200 fee, that it would actually put it in the hands of criminals. So, people can debate. You'll have a lot of officers who are actually there, but at the ending of the day, there are no statistics that actually back up that what the opponents are saying that it would be supportive. And also the fact that Gene Green, a Democrat, Democrat, is supporting it here in Texas really shows that it will have strong support in Texas. A similar bill was proposed in Congress in 2015. It did not make it. The fact that people think now that Donald Trump is in office that it will have some kind of that will automatically make it pass. I don't understand that because Donald Trump's not in Congress, but we'll see. We'll see how that actually.
So, but it was Donald Trump Jr. that's actually pushing it. Now, I don't know that the president-elect has really said that he would do anything other than he said he would sign it if it got through.
He didn't, but the congressman who is proposing it has said now that Donald Trump is in office, it'll have some momentum this time.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. We did hear from Mustafa. He got sick last night and took some medication, and he is not feeling well. So we hope he gets better real soon. I'll stop making fun of him. We're going to go to Facebook Live right now. Join us.
Mustafa, we love you. We are glad we heard from you and that you're safe, and we hope you feel better soon. All right, thanks, guys.